Hello everybody, this is Luis Lopez again. Today I'm going to show you how you can make rings like this with wire. You can see that I have made a few already. They are really easy to make and they're pretty cool looking. So let's start by showing you what tools you need. First of all, you need basic pliers, round nose pliers, tape measure, and a ring gauge. And this is gonna help us to make the ring the size that you need it. And let me show you now what kind of wire we're gonna need to make this kind of rings. First of all, this is sterling silver 20 gauge wire, medium hard. Okay, make sure you get the medium hard, don't get the soft or the real hard one. We have some 26 gauge copper wire in different colors. Today we're going to make a purple ring out of this purple 26 gauge copper wire. And let's start by we are going to need 3 pieces of wire of the sterling silver, 5 inches long each. So 5 inches long, it's about here. Okay, we have 1, we need 2 more. There is 2, and this is number 3. Okay, there we go. Now you can see these 2 are a little curved, so if you straighten it out first before you start, it's gonna make your work a lot more easier. Make them as straight as possible, and you can do that just by holding it from one side and pulling on the other. Okay, now let's see here. We have our copper wire and our 3 pieces of wire. And before I start, let me explain something. The pattern I use for these rings, it's called waving, and there's a few videos on YouTube that they might explain this waving better than I do. And if you're not experienced or you don't have any practice doing this waving, I might suggest that you go and look at those videos first and then come back to my video and finish watching my video to see how you can make this. I'm gonna try to explain it, but it's a little complicated for me, but I'm gonna do my best. So we need 3 pieces of wire here, and what we're going to do is position them in a line like this. Grab one part of your 3 wires with your left hand, and you position your 26 gauge wire about maybe 1.5 inches away from the end of your 3 wires. You position your wire, keeping those 2 together and this one a little separated. What you do is you have to wrap your wire around the 2 wires twice, like that. Okay, and then what you do is you have to separate the middle wire a little bit and bring your wire in between the 3rd and the 2nd wire, like that. It's in between them, and you wrap your wire around these 2, which is the 1st and the 2nd, and you have to bring your wire back all the way down and you're gonna wrap it now around the middle one and the bottom one again, like that. Okay, now let me show you how it looks. And let me see if I can focus my video a little bit better here. Okay, that's kind of looks a little bit there. Now I'm gonna keep doing it so you can have a better look. See, you grab 2 wires and wrap them around. Maybe many of you already have experience doing this kind of waving, but for the people that don't have any experience, you might want to practice this waving before you even start doing the actual ring, so you don't waste any of your material, because this sterling silver is not cheap, but it's not too expensive either. But you know, if you don't get it, you're gonna be just wasting your material. So let me keep it going here. Okay, I just keep doing the same thing that I showed you at first. You're grabbing 2 wires at a time and wrapping your 26 gauge wire twice on each round. Okay. Try to keep it as tight as you can. That's very important for your ring to look good. I keep having problems focusing my video. Okay. It's too close there. There we go. Okay, let's keep doing it. Okay, here we go. Okay, now let me show you how it looks. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna just keep doing it, but I'm gonna jump my video. I'm gonna keep doing it until I get a little further, so I can save you guys some time watching this video. So I'm going to come back when I have at least maybe 2 inches done. Okay guys, I'm back, and as you can see, I have a little more advanced here in my ring, and I actually have 2 inches done, and I'm just gonna go a few more rounds so you can take a look of how I do the wrapping, and we'll go from there again. Okay, so you gotta pick 2 wires at a time and wrap your 26 gauge, and then grab the other 2 on top and just do the same thing over and over again. Okay. The only hard part is to actually start the ring. Once you get a little further, it gets a little more easier because you can use your whole hand to grab a hold of it, and that helps a lot too. So I think I have plenty of it done. And one other tip that I can give you is once in a while, push your wire together, like just push it against each other like this, so it's gonna look pretty. If you don't do that, it's gonna look like a lot of gaps in between, and that's not gonna make your ring look pretty. So that's one of the tips that I can give you. Let's go to the next step, which is I have this wire here just hanging there. I'm gonna just cut it and make sure there is no sharp points or anything. Just try to bend it, hide it somewhere in there with your pliers, and let's just get rid of this part here. And like I said, make sure there's no sharp points or anything. You can just squish it, and we have that much done. Remember, this is 5 inches long. We have 2 inches, And now we're going to use our gauge. Depending on what kind of what size of the ring you want to make, it's how long this part right here is gonna be. So I'm just gonna go with whatever I have for now, but if you are making like for an order, like a special order for somebody, make sure they give you the size, and then you can use your gauge to make the ring the size that you need. So what I do here, it's this. Now pay attention to this part, it's very important. If you have your ring this way, you position it, maybe try to make it like in the very half, and you grab this part right here and bring it up. Now see how this part is pointing to my right side, and I'm gonna bring this one down pointing to the left side like this. There. For some reason, for me, it's much more easier to get my ring look nice if I do this. If I bring this part, which is the bottom part, the upper side, if I bring it over this side, it's a little harder for some reason. I can't explain why, but make sure this part right here, the bottom part, is always on your right side, and the upper side, it's pointing to the left. And this is where you have to pay attention. What I'm going to do, you squish your wires together as much as you can, and this have to be really close to each other. Like the purple part has to be almost touching each other like that. Let me see, like there. That's close enough. Okay, don't make it look like really apart like that. It's not gonna be okay. So make sure it's as close as possible, and then you grab one of your wires, which is the first one over here, and bring it like this to the side like that, and then you're gonna have to grab the other part and bring it to the same, bring them together, kind of just twist them one at a time. You pull this one and then you pull the other one down like that. Then you grab another one from this part and twist it like that. Okay, let's see if we can get a better look of it like that. And then you continue doing that with the other wire on the upper side. Give me a second, it's a little hard to separate them like that. And you bring it down like this. See how they are looking like evenly twisted one at a time. We have one more on this side, so we bring it with the others like this, like that. And we only have one more left, which is on the upper side. We'll bring it down like this. You see how they look evenly twisted. Okay, now what we do is just keep doing the same thing. Just keep twisting a little bit at a time like that. Make sure you don't twist too much. Make sure it's a little like a soft pulling, not too hard. That way you can keep doing it without making your ring look messy. See how it's looking nice? And you keep doing it. Now we are probably gonna have to cut a little bit of this because it's a little long, but that's gonna be at last when we are done twisting the wire. So let's keep doing this, twisting the wire a little bit at a time, making it look like a spiral kinda, and just keep doing it until you decide how big the center of your ring is gonna be. You know, it could be big, it could be small. I think the bigger is the better, because you can get the wire more secure if you twist it a little more. So I would say maybe about there. maybe about there is good. You see? Now, like I said, in my opinion, this is a little big. It's a little, this wire is a little long, so I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it and cut and make sure all the wires are about the same size. See, you can see that these two right here are long, so you don't have to measure, just kind of eyeball it and, you know, cut a piece. Don't cut too much because that's gonna be a problem. Try to go a little bit at a time. They don't have to be perfect, but if you make one too short, it's gonna ruin your ring. So I'll just go a little bit at a time, like that. And there we go. I think that's about how much I will cut of it. So okay, so this is when you're going to use your round nose pliers, and when I do, what I do is just grab the tip of my wire like this and just loop it, make a little loop. See? And I do the same thing with the next one. Just gonna loop it, make a little loop like that. Okay? Just keep doing it with the rest of them. There we go. That's number 4. This is number 5 and 6. Okay. And that's it. It's not too hard. I think the hard part is just twist the wire, which, like I said, you might need some practice. Don't get frustrated if you don't get it the first time. I would recommend, if you are not very experienced doing this, start by using copper wire, you know, just like I did. This is one of my first ones, which you can see the difference between this one and this one. So yeah, just practice and eventually you'll get it. Well, I think that's it. Thank you all for watching. I will be making more tutorials, so please subscribe to my channel. And good luck to you all, and never stop twisting wire. You know, thank you very much for watching. See you later.